What is up, everybody? I'm back with an updated list. Last time I did a list, I didn't really order them, and I felt now is the time I feel like I can order them, at least for now. I will do another list after Evo, but this is where I feel like every character's at. Now I'm gonna do something different besides just doing this one tier list. I'm gonna have another tier list that just shows that some certain characters are like almost there. Um so like this is where I ordered them last time. I think Luke is actually the worst up here. People will probably be like, "No, he's not better than, I mean, he's better than DJ or he's better than Blanca." I think Blanca's better than both of these, but this is arguable. But I think it's like that if I'm gonna order it. Okay, next. I had Ed up here. We're gonna get into it. Guile is actually good. Okay, I'm gonna put Guile up here. Okay, for now, I'm gonna put him here. We're gonna put Akuma last. I came him. All right, I came him. We're gonna do him last though. I did change him from where he was at. So I think Guile is extremely good. Good fireballs, good damage. He can zone you the fuck out. He has some actually really cool combos. His Super 2 is actually good. The problem with Guile is that nobody plays him. That is the problem. If you got 50,000 Kens and Rashids, how is that one Guile gonna? I mean, it's not. I mean, he has a chance. He has an even chance. But if both characters are at 100%, if there's more of one character than the other, the probability of the one with more is going to win, right? That's why you see a lot of Ken's doing good, Rashi's doing good, because not only that they're good characters, it's that a lot of people also main them. This contributes to a lot. Ed, I think, is very good. I think Ed is very good. He got a decent mix. He got good damage. His level 2 is very good. Honestly, if you have a very good level 2, your character is probably already good. Okay, so I'm gonna leave Guile there. Guile is definitely top 10. The next character I'm gonna put here is Akuma. Is here somewhere. He's top 10, and I'm gonna get into why I think he's top 10 and why he's not up here yet. Could he be up there? Yes. When I go to the next tier list, I'm gonna talk more about this. This is in order. I think Akuma is here. I don't think he's better than all of these characters for obvious reasons. He's harder to use. It's not about the character playing, it's about you playing. You have to play honest. What I mean by playing honest, if you know the term, it means that the character is reliant on the player and not what the character does. That is an honest character. So that means that Akuma's not like carrying you just by throwing out random shit like some characters are. Okay? Ed, I think, is super underrated. We're gonna talk more about him. He- Um, he's still kind of newish, but he's a good character. I think they're doing a good job with the DLCs, not making them extremely busted, except for one person. But I think Ed is in a good spot. I think Ed needs to stay where he is. Don't nerf him. Don't buff him. Don't do shit. Leave him where he's at. Um, next character, Chun Li. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I think Chun Li is up here somewhere. Chun Li, good buttons, good. I mean, decent damage, decent mix. Um, One of her supers go through fireballs and stuff. A lot. I see some people using modern so they could do that one button level 2 or whatever it is they be doing. There's a reason why they use modern, but whatever. She's a good character. She's always been a decent character. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just it. Um. So yeah, Ed's there. Now this is where it gets tricky. Uh, these two right here could potentially be better than Ed. I don't know for sure yet, but these three are interchangeable. Um, Cammy might be here. She might actually be in the top 10 for sure. I think Cammy is still good. She still does a lot of shenanigans. She does good in tournaments. Her level 3 does a lot of damage, which I find to be very crazy. Like her thing's almost like Akuma level. It might be Akuma level. I haven't actually looked at how much it actually does, but I think she's a good character that is not carried. You have to be good with her to do good. So I think she's good. I think she's in a good spot. Jury is good. Her mixes are good. She has a good level 2. Um, good mix. She has a fireball, which is good. Decent damage. Her mix-ups is good. She could be a very threatening character this season. We're gonna see after Evo to see where everyone is for sure. Because, Evo, everyone, all the best players of the world is gonna come out. Some people don't even come out unless it's Evo. So we gotta wait for more reps to play. Like all the reps we got so far is like all up here. A lot of Ken players, a lot of Rashid players, a lot of Luke players. Now the thing is, there's not a shitload of Blanca players, but there's a few. And the thing is, they all do well. So there's that. DJ too. DJ, good character. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think they're good up there. So yeah, I'm gonna go like this and be like, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Is Cammy better than Jury? I have no idea. I don't play them. I played against them. I think Cammy might be better than her. But at the same time, there's more Cammy players and Jury players from what I could tell, from what I play against. Also, Kimberly is somewhere. Oh, let's go to JP. I think JP is here. JP can potentially be up here somewhere. He did get hurt on his buffs, I mean on his nerfs, but if you watch top level JP players, he still performs very well, even against the best characters. So there's that. Kimberly, she doesn't do a lot of damage. I feel like if she did more damage, she would go up. I think that's what's keeping her out of the top 10, is her damage. Her mixes are good, but I think she just needs a little more. Also, not a lot of people don't even use her. Ryu got so many buffs. He can be here or he could be up here. But for now, I think he's here. For now. Very good spot. Kimberly talked about Manon. She got buffs. By the way, if she gets 5 medals, she does 40% to Akuma, which is pretty funny. But yeah, standard stuff. Standard stuff. Um, let's go down here. Uh, there's probably a character or two that you're probably like, yo, why are they down there, bro? Why are they down there? That's because I didn't put them there yet. Zangief is here. Um, I feel like he doesn't have to do a lot to get a lot, which is crazy to say that. He grabs you once, like you're gonna feel the pain. You're gonna feel the pain. He got combos now. It's not like in the other games where he does like the stupid green hand combo and that's basically it. Like, nah, he got cool stuff. He does. I think he could do the super. He could do super into super. He does one super and then does the air super or whatever, which is cool. Lot of buffs. Lot of buffs. Very good character now. I believe. I believe. Snake Eyes has not even been on since, I don't think, and hey, I haven't heard no complaints. Only like, this is what we've been waiting for type of comments. Zangief players rejoice. Alright. Another character, Aki, I think is up here. Um she's very crazy. The stuff she does is like, it's hard to explain, man. She's so weird. Her fireball like lingers on the screen for so long. She could go under, like, she does the slide move and she like goes under fireballs and stuff, which I think is really good. She actually might be like really good rushdown. To be honest, like she might actually be like up here, but we will see. After Evo, we'll know, because that's when all the good players are gonna actually decide to come out and show what they know. Moving on, Dawson might be the worst. Um, I'm gonna leave E Honda there. I'm gonna put Marissa up here. I'm gonna put Lily up here. That's another character. I don't know how good Lily is yet, but let me tell you, she's not a slouch. Definitely not a slouch. She does spins her little sticks around. Yeah, she gonna. It's hard to jump in on her. That Condor spiral, like, very good. She's a decent character. Is she crazy? Hell no. Jamie. Oh wait, Marissa. She could actually kill Akuma in one combo. Just which is kind of nuts. Um, she does a lot of damage. She actually has decent buttons, I feel. Is she like OP? Hell no. But compared to every other character, I think that she is either. There's not a lot of representatives for this character. That's another thing. I'm gonna talk more about like more stuff about this. Um, E Honda, I think is good. We need more representatives. That is the issue. Not a lot of people play every character. Jamie relies too much on his drinks. That is it. If he unlocks his drinks, he's up here. If he goes level 3, he's up here. Okay? But until he does that, but if they gave him a buff that gave him like 3 drinks, he would be definitely up here. But that's the problem. You can't just give people that, because doing something like that could potentially actually put him up there. So I'm gonna talk about this more. Dalsum, same issue. Nobody uses him. That is the number one problem. Nobody uses him. Is he a shit character? No. Nobody uses him. It's like, it's because, and the reason why nobody uses him is because he's hard to use. All right. So this is my tier list in order. Okay. So top 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Matters. If there's not a lot of people using your character, then that contributes to who's actually winning. If we had 50 of every character, right? 50 of every character in one tournament, who do you think would win? That is the interesting part. Because it could be anyone. We don't know because it never has happened before. So another thing is gatekeeping. Some of these characters gatekeep other characters from moving up because there's so many of them. Because there's a million Lukes. There's not a lot of people that are gonna be playing, uh, Dawson. You know what I'm saying? Um, so the characters that I think are one buff away. Now, in order. One buff away. Kuma, one buff away, which he's not getting buffed. Now, here's the thing. If Akuma gets buffed, he's either going to be up here or he's going to be up here. That's it. There's a lot of factors to him. His low health matters a lot. The fact that you cannot mess up matters. This means that you have to play honest. What I mean by honest, once again, is your character is reliant on you other than the character. Okay? So, yeah, Rashid's a good character and the player is good, but it doesn't take a genius to knock you on the floor and activate Super 2. You see that? Ease of use has a big deal to it. If Akuma's combos are super easy to do and everybody could do them, that makes him a better character because his ease of use is better than someone like that requires a shitload of skill like Kimberly. Her combos are not easy to do sometimes. So he is one buff away from being in the what the fuck category. Another character, and he's not getting buffed. And if they're gonna nerf him, I would like to know in the comments, like, let's say he is the best. Let's say he is the best, which he's not. If he is the best, how do you even deal with that? Because if you nerf all of his moves, by the way, like all of his really, really plus moves are all jumping moves. Just so you guys know. I actually look at the frames. People just want to throw out fucking guesses and saying whatever, talking out of their ass. Bro, his moves are not broken. They're not crazy. He has good buttons, but he relies on you more than him. So that's always a big deal. And that's the biggest deal. He's one buff away from becoming broken, and he's not gonna get the buff. He's probably gonna get hit because so many people are bitching, talk about he's the best, but it's okay for him. Even if he is the best, it's okay for him to be the best. It's okay. Because he doesn't win everything. There's a big issue. Like, if one character is dominating every fucking tournament, what does that tell you? It means that these characters are just way better just because. Um, Akuma's definitely one buff away from being either up here or in the what the fuck, which he's not gonna get it. If they do nerf something, I could see them nerfing his command throw. That thing does a lot of damage. I won't be surprised if they nerf that. Even though you can hit him out of it or whatever, it I can't really see them nerfing too many things. If they do nerf him, I mean, they would have to nerf his damage. I think that would be the only thing they could do to him. Because guess what? If they nerf his buttons, he shoots down here. Or he shoots down here. Well, all the way down here. You know what I'm saying? I think he's good where he's at. Do not touch him. I wouldn't touch any of these characters other than the Super 2s. I think they need to do a check on Super 2s. Especially Rashid and Blanca. Their Super 2s are obviously very, very crazy. Okay? I think this should be talked about. You can't just go nerf people because they're good. There has to be characters that are just good. Okay? Who gives a fuck if they're number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4? Here's the thing. If there's more than one character winning tournaments, I think it's okay. If it's only one character, like in Super Street Fighter 4, Rufus and Ryu is winning everything, that tells you something. I mean, really, only Daigo was winning with Ryu. But Rufus, nobody would admit it, because everyone was still stuck on Akuma back then. Rufus was definitely the best character. Definitely. He was busted. All he does is fucking dive kick 24/7, instantly in your face, and they're safe. Like, no. Shit like that is not okay, and that's why those characters got fucking nerfed. Um, so, another character that's one buff away from being crazy. We could just spitball and be like, yeah, JP is one buff away too, yeah. But we gotta think realistically. I just wanted to put Akuma there because he's the new toy. He's gonna either see a nerf or they're not gonna do anything. I don't think they're gonna do anything to Akuma. I think he's good where he's at. He's not unbeatable. He has weaknesses. You know, it's not like playing against Blanca where you gotta think, oh, is he gonna be behind me, in front of me, in a matter of 2.1 milliseconds? You know what I'm saying? Another character that is one buff away, Ryu. He just got a shitload of buffs. It will take another buff for him to be up here or up here. He's another character that could potentially be in the what the fuck category. But I'm saying, like, theoretically, if this was to happen and Akuma got buffed, I don't think there's any character that will be better than him. Any. And it doesn't, unless it's Luke. Because he has all his HP. That's the only thing. Um, another character that will go into the what the fuck category is Zangief. Zangief is one buff of what, unless he's already there. Another thing is Zangief could already be in the what the fuck category. But you want to know what the problem is? If only Snake Eyes and Itabatsi Zangief are the only two players using Zangief, the chances of you winning every match out of 600 people becomes slim because it's only two of you versus 10 Kens, 10 Rashids, 10 Blanca, 10 D. You know what I'm saying? That matters a lot. Zangief is one buff away. He might already be in double S tier. I don't think he's there yet. I think he's good where he's at. Please don't do anything to him. Just leave him alone. He got his time in the sun. Unless someone figures out something completely busted with him. Also, by the way, Akuma, his fireball apparently has no hitbox where his hands are. I don't know why people are even giving a fuck about that, because when the hell do you ever hit Ryu's hands? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what, you're trying to go through his fireball and hit his hands? Like, be realistic sometimes. It's easy to say a character's busted because one situation, one out of a million chance of the situation happening, happened one time. Like, stop it. Um, they could nerf that shit. They can make it so his fireball is like whatever. They could extend the fucking reach as far as they want for his hitbox, and it won't change anything. So, whatever on that. Another character that is one buff away is dun, 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 Aki. I think it's one buff away. Aki's one buff away from being up here. I don't think she. I mean, I don't want to say that, but I could see her being like Blanca status. I can't see her being in a WTF category, but I can see her moving all the way up here. Now, I'm going to leave these characters here because we're going to talk about more things. Another character that's one buff away, I think there's only one more. Jamie. If he could get his level 3 drink all the time, he would be very crazy. Would he be in the what the fuck category? No. He'll be up here though. And I think that's and Kimberly. She has the mix. She doesn't have the damage. Maybe if they touch some of her buttons, I could see her moving all the way up. She could be in. If she had damage, she would be in the what the fuck category right now. And we're not talking about exerting all your meter. Okay, usually when you're exerting all your meter, you're in a tremendous advantage or you're preparing to be in one. Okay, like you can't just waste all your meter and be like, yeah, my character does 50 million damage, but you just burnt yourself out doing it. Um, so it's basically those, and we're gonna put everyone else where I had them before. JP could get, he is one buff away. This characters are one buff away, but he'll never get the buff. He'll never get the. Also Manon, one buff away. I guess Jury is one buff away. There's a lot of characters that are one buff away. It's just that some characters, if they get that one buff, they don't shoot up to here. They shoot up to here. Okay. Um. So another thing I want to point out, it's important to know that if these characters, we know that there's going to be another patch. It's probably going to be after Evo. If we get another, well, when we get this patch, the character, like we know that these characters are not getting buffed, right? If they get nerfed, if Luke gets nerfed again, this is the problem. Sometimes they nerf people too hard. Luke is good where he's at. If they happen to nerf him again, he can either be all the way here or actually here. Okay? That's another issue. And because he would be here, right? That means Akuma moves up to take his place. If there's not 50 million Lukes being played because he got nerfed, Akuma's probably a close second to take his place, or Ryu. I mean, I think right now, I think Akuma is better than Ryu. I've been doing a lot of research. I've been playing and figuring shit out. Akuma's better than Ryu, not better than Ken. Luke, if he gets nerfed, he could potentially be a shit character, and that's what we don't need. We do not want that. Guys, it's okay. It's okay to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to be top 10. But that's okay. What's not okay is for them to be like, yeah, we're gonna buff Ken and he goes up here. Or we're gonna nerf Ken and he ends up down here. That is where the problem lies. If a character is strong right now, like I'm not being like these people, I don't want to name names that be like, oh, this character's strong. I don't use that word loosely. A character being strong does not mean like, yeah, it means they got things going for them. But if I say like, no, this character is very powerful or very strong, then yeah, we're talking like Ken status. Another thing, the way the game runs has a factor, okay? Some characters can use the mechanics better than others. That's another thing. Ken is good at that. That's another reason why he's here. When he spends meter, it's for a good reason, and most likely he has a good advantage over you when he's doing that. Very good abusive playstyle, abusing the mechanics. Does that mean he has to get nerfed? No. That means that the player is playing him good. Can't just nerf everybody. No. Um, Let me like fix this a little. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm missing a spot. I'm missing a spot. I'm pretty sure I put these guys all here. Oh, yeah. So yeah, Jamie's up here because he's in the one buff away category. Um, so we're gonna see. Yeah, so I think I got my points out of the way. I think it's important that we understand that there are certain characters that gatekeep other characters from being good because there's so many of them. Like right now, Akuma. Like Dawson gets lower on the list because now he has another character that will be his ass. Because I do think Akuma beats Dawson. I mean, Akuma basically beats Dawson in like every game. And why is that? It's the way the character is. The way the character functions against the way Akuma functions. Akuma's made to get in on you from like deep. That's why he has the demon flip. Um, Dawson has options too, but he's not, he don't have like the offense that he has. Obviously. Another thing, nobody uses Dawson. That's another problem. If you got like two people using the character at the highest level, then how the hell can you expect them to do amazing? Unless the character actually is amazing. You know? Does that make sense? So I think this is where I'm at with this. We can make arguments for Cammy. I don't think Cammy's ever getting buffed again. I think it's over for that. All of these characters, the only way they can't go any higher. They're gonna have to come down, unfortunately. Um, if we're gonna buff characters, honestly, just buff these guys. Um, and these characters have no reps, so we can't just be like, oh, they're the shittiest characters in the game when nobody uses them. You know what I'm saying? Like we got two Zangief players, but Zangief is actually good, right? That's what happened with him in 4. He became actually good. So that made the player was already good, and they just got mega buffed because now their character is actually really good. You know what I'm saying? That all plays a factor. So I hope this made sense. This is where I'm at. This is the list in order. Some characters have potential to move all the way up. Some have potential to move all the way down. If they're gonna buff anybody, I don't know. I feel like they can't nerf them, man. Like I don't want to see Blanca getting nerfed again, and he ends up down here because Blanca's been low tier in like mad games. Like I think it's okay for new characters to be top tier. We just cannot be having Luke 2023 again, where he has his own tier and he's not even playing the game. So yeah, I hope this made sense. I hope they do well. So far, they've been doing good on nerfing and buffing people, but they do understand that they cannot go too hard on them. So yeah, I think Akuma is top 10, and it's gonna take a crazy setup to be found for him to be actually busted. Until a lot of his stuff has been messed with and discovered, but it's gonna take some like I don't know. I've been in the lab, I've been figuring a lot of stuff out, and that's why I came to this conclusion. And I think it's okay. Even if he is up here, we find out evil that Akuma dominates all the brackets. It's okay. It's okay. The problem is we gotta start looking at these guys at the bottom. If we have these guys that are really good and we just happen to buff all of these now, then we get a game like she's gonna be up here, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like they have more of a chance to win and do good. And that's what I think we need to make happen. I'm out of here. Peace.